Hey Chad Jr. Hey YouTube. Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino and we will be drinking a beer that was graciously picked up for me by the one and only Greg. So thank you very much, Greg. I actually try to make as many contacts as I can everywhere because the only way for me to get a lot of beers, as most of you in Ontario know, is to have a contact that can go and pick something up for you, and then either we do a beer trade or I pay you for it. And whichever way it goes down, and I get the beers that people want me to review, and I can't get. So Greg's my Toronto contact, and he gets me as many Toronto beers as he can get to that I can afford, and I haven't had. And this is one of them. And this is from Great Lakes Brewery. This is their Robohop. I've never had Robohop in all of its releases. I've never had it because it was never around, and when it did come around, it was too expensive. I don't mind paying $5 for a pint can, but a $6.50 bottle for $9 just doesn't really do it for me. I mean, I'm not getting much more beer for that $4 extra. So when I was found out I could get a can of it for $5, I was on top of that. It's 8.5% alcohol by volume. It's Robohop Imperial IPA. It says over here, drink fresh or there will be trouble. There is a date print on here, but it's so fucking smudged, it's not funny. He got this for me about a week old, so it's 2 or 3 weeks old now. We're actually so fresh that it's, it can't have anything wrong with it. It wasn't magically aged in Greg's fridge, though, unfortunately. What do we have on here? As a child, Robohop was shunned for his laser beam eyeballs, a bulbous hop-shaped torso, and robotic limbs. If anyone ever shunned you for laser beam eyeballs, you just fucking laser beam the motherfuckers, okay? During adolescence, however, things changed for our hero. He captained his high school hockey team, routinely took over dance floors, and thusly garnered a lot of attention from the female classmates. Today, Robohop battles blandness by making this killer hoppy and bracingly bitter beer so far. And then GLB, I think they're doing this, I swear they have to be doing this to fucking troll the beer geeks that know everything. But they always tell you to drink their beers super cold, and usually in a pint glass. They want you to drink this between 3 and 6 degrees Celsius, and in a pint glass. So, I am drinking it at about, I would guess, 14 degrees. It's been sitting on the backside, the uninsulated side of the basement on the floor, and I'm drinking it in the Stella Artois goblet because that is the glass we're on this week. Kind of like a fucking pint glass though, so it's not that much different. Let's pop her open. Let's give her a shot and see what we got. It's 100 IBU. 100 IBU. Now, IBUs is a misleading thing, because, I mean, at 100 IBU, you think it should be really, really bitter, but mattering what hops they use and in what combination they did it in and what time they boiled in and everything else, that 100 IBU could seem like nothing. Or it could seem extremely, extremely powerful. So we will see what we have. Wow, that's a nice color. That really is a nice color. That's a beautiful orangey hue, like just starting almost a burnt orange. I should make some Albino Rhino t-shirts in burnt orange. Orange is a color I like. So is green. Green and orange are my things. I don't like red. It makes me look too pink. This makes me look pink, doesn't it? Slightly off-white head. Little bubbles on the head. Little bit of carbonation moving in there. Slight haze. It's a good-looking beer. I mean, you can see me through it, but not clearly. Let's move the Stella symbol this way. Let's move that this way too. There we go. That's better. A little bit of carbonation moving in there. Slight haze. Nice off-white head. Is there a snap, crackle, pop? Very, very little. Very little. I like to hear big pops. So that means the head will stick around a little bit. That's good. Scent time. Ooh. That is resiny. That is not. That is resiny. Oh. Okay, 1 second. Let's do the glass first. A little bit of malty sweetness. A little bit of syrupiness. Tiny, tiny touch of, like, mango. Can. Oh my fucking god, full on hop flower. Like, huge, huge, huge. It's huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be a Trump wall. It's there is so much resin on this that it's not funny. It's just, it's full on, like, it's like I'm homebrewing and I bought fresh hops. I bought the flowers and I rubbed them in my hands and just sniffed. It's full on hop oil. It's hop juju all over again. Like, it's hop oil everywhere. And it's not bitter hop oil, it's just hop oil. It's like, hi, I'm here. I'm kind of piney, I'm kind of floral, I'm kind of syrupy, but I'm here. So the can is all hop oil. The glass, a little bit of mango, a little bit of malt. Which, I mean, I don't like resin all that much, but the can does smell a lot more like a beer than the glass. The glass is just kind of there. Let's try it though. Cheers, guys. 8.5% alcohol, 100 IBU, real fresh, real warm. What do we got? You know, I kind of expected more, to be honest with you. I kind of expected more. Now, I did not like a lot of GLB high hop, high IBU beers when I first started drinking. The original Crazy Canuck, which was, what was it called before it was Crazy Canuck? Oh, fuck. The original 666 Pale Ale was too much for me, and the original Crazy Canuck, which was, I can't even remember the name off the top of my head right now. Was it just Crazy Canuck and it got changed to something else? Yeah, it was Crazy Canuck, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Crazy Canuck and then it got changed to Canuck Pale Ale, I believe. Or I'm just fucking making things up. But the original brewing of that I hated, and then they went to Citra hops and I could like it if it was fresh. This doesn't even seem to be as in your face as the Devil's Pale Ale or Crazy Canuck was originally. Now, I mean, that is aging it too. I mean, Crazy Canuck and the Devil's Pale Ale were out and were big hoppy beers when big hoppy beers were not the thing, when everybody was not making big hoppy beers. So maybe that's part of the problem here, but yeah, it's medium to full bodied. It does have some heft to it as you're swallowing it. Medium to full bodied, has some heft, but really its flavors are pretty muted. I mean, I expected a lot more. My blind taste test when I did a bunch of double IPAs told me that Immodest was my favorite, even though I didn't think it would have been. Immodest came out as my top, and I don't think this one even touches Immodest. I don't even know if this one would touch, I don't know if this one would, for me, touch even, say, my second favorite in the blind taste test was the Double Dead Elephant. My third favorite was Black Oak. Now, when you're not doing it blind, I would have said Black Oak before Double Dead Elephant, but that's partially because of the price point. This is actually well priced. It is worth the price, but do I think it stands up to some of the really cool double IPAs that are out there? I don't know if it really does. But that's me personally. I mean, you might love it, and you can love it. That's the great thing about beer. This is all about personal opinions, and taste is subjective to a point. I don't mind this beer. And at the price, I could buy it again. I expected more, especially when it's coming from GLB. I expected more, and it's fairly fresh, so I expected more. Now that I've said all that, let's try and get this done, because we are on 10 minutes now. How the fuck did I get to 10 minutes? Okay. Syrupy sweet at the forefront. Malty sweetness. Mango and orange. Then we go into the resin. You get that caffeine pill bitterness on the back end. With that caffeine pill bitterness, there's a little bit of earthy bitterness and a little bit of grapefruit peel bitterness. There is a warming in the chest. 8.5% alcohol though, so you'd expect that, but there is no alcohol astringency on the taste. It's just a warming in the chest. All in all, it's a good beer. I just expected more from a 100 IBU, 8.5% alcohol, double IPA from my good friends at GLB. Such good friends that they never answer me when I ask them to come to my beer festival. Never. They can't even say no thank you. They just are like, we don't want to answer him. Fuck him. Fuck that albino fucker. Anyway, I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. I actually enjoyed it enough to buy it again. I just don't think it stands up to like Immodest or some other of the double IPAs. I mean, recently I had the newest double IPA from Innocente, the 2-night, do I still have it on the table? No, I don't. Or do I? No, it's not here anymore, so I can't think of it. And I also had the Cock Puncher recently from Indie Ale House, which was actually, in my opinion, a little bit better than this. My wife didn't like it, but I did. But yeah, I would give this a... You know what? I don't even know if I said a number now because I just started rambling. I'd give it a 7.75. That's what I'd give it. I probably gave it something lower, but I'm going to go up to a 7.75 because it is a beer I could buy again, especially at the price point. It's time to try and chug it. Let's see what happens because it is 100 IBU. It might make my tongue start swelling like sometimes it does. And let's go. Cheers. Okay, that was 100 IBU and it did nothing to me. So it must be a specific hop that I react to when I chug some of those beers, like the Green Reaper and stuff like that. There are some that just make me not even able to talk anymore. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you, Greg, for picking this up. Au revoir, a bientôt. I need to find somebody around Man Antler. That's my next brewery I need to try. Bye, guys.